Visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. Have a great weekend.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up at the Bahamas Tonight at 11, the government pushing back on concerns over the VAT-free food timeline. Tonight, the Minister of Economic Affairs making it clear retailers have the time, the tools, and no reason to delay. A strong show of unity as the Bahamas and the U.S. renews a key defense partnership. And a decision on BTVI's next president could come at any moment. Tonight, the Union of Tertiary Educators weighing in as the search continues. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight at 11, the final word starts now.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm Desmond Saunders, filling in tonight for Colville Pfeiffer. The National Insurance Board has seen a significant increase in contributions, with the fund collecting $413.6 million in 2025. Director of the National Insurance Board, Dr. Tammy Francis, says the increase was a result of a proactive approach taken by the National Insurance Board to address the concerns over the fund's future. In July 2024, employee contributions increased to 4.6%, employers' contributions rose to 6.65%, and self-employed persons' contributions rose to 10.3%. The NIB director maintains the increase has been a critical intervention.
This represents a 14% increase over our 2024 contribution income that sat at $362.3 million. And reflects both the impact of the necessary rate adjustment and ongoing methods of improvements in contribution collections. This growth in income has helped to partially offset rising benefit expenditures and other structural cost pressures facing the fund.
Now, the increase stemmed from concerns in the 11th actuarial review that the fund would be depleted by 2028. She says it was predicted NIB would see a $32 million deficit in 2025.
Based on current performance and year-end projections, we now anticipate, and I'm happy to say, an improved outcome, with a deficit expected to be approximately $29 million. While this represents a favorable variance against budget, it nonetheless underscores the continuing financial challenges confronting the fund.
If they dig deep, they'll be able to do it. Economic Affairs Minister Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis' response to Super Value President Deborah Simonette's recent comments following the government's announcement to eliminate value-added tax off unprepared foods. Simonette telling the Tribune she cannot make any promises that all prices will reflect the change by the April 1st deadline.
What we have done is consistently, whenever we've made the changes, we've given a period of 3 months. We believe that with the automation and these point-of-sale systems and inventory management systems, if they apply themselves to it, they should be able to do it. I'm sure they can do it. We think 3 months is sufficient time.
Now, consumers often argue that savings aren't always passed down. Well, Minister Halkitis reasons that key to avoiding price gouging is competition and the ability to shop around.
The price control list is a limited list, and so that is the list that we can actually police in terms of the prices and the markup. We will appeal to the, I don't want to say conscience, but I'll say conscience anyway, of those involved in the industry to recognize that globally citizens are tackling the issue of affordability. The government has stepped forward to bring some relief, and we're asking them to pass it on.
Shanty Town demolition in the capital set to resume in just a matter of weeks. Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, Honorable Clay Sweeting, confirmed as much days after the Unregulated Communities Action Task Force resumed demolition on Russell Island, Spanish Wells.
We have large shanty towns throughout the Family Islands as well. So you'll see some movement on Andros. We've finalized assessments in Abaco as well. So in the next few weeks, you'll see demolition in New Providence. We've already served residents there in the Wellfield. We've already served residents out in Carmichael. So we've already served shanty towns, unregulated communities throughout New Providence. So they've had their 30-day notice for months. So, you know, when the time comes for demolition, persons can't, I guess they can, but it's not correct for them to say they were not made aware. The shanty town in Eleuthera, they were served notice.
Now, following a confrontation between the task force and a landlord in the shantytown on Russell Island that Minister Sweeting calls unfortunate, he heaped praises on law enforcement for their restraint.
I would really like to commend the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Defense Force, who showed restraint during the exercise. They were verbally attacked in a manner that is unbecoming of any Bahamian. So I must commend them for, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be difficult for me to hold restraint, but they did, and they've done an excellent job in carrying out the government's mandate in regards to Shantytown.
Due to the ongoing upgrades at the Deadman International Airport Terminal and Runway, Bahamas will temporarily serve its Deadman clients through Stella Maris, National Airlines' last flight leaving Deadman is this Sunday, January 18th, with regular service to Long Island resuming Monday, January 19th, through the Stella Maris Airport until further notice. Bahamas Air's Managing Director Tracy Cooper on how Deadman transformation will enhance the airline's operations.
This is indeed an exciting time as the runway length will be expanded to 6,500 feet, which will allow Bahamas Air to utilize any of its aircraft to its full capacity. This means that where we're presently supplying Long Island with around 12,000 seats a year, Bahamas Air will be able to double that to around 24,000 seats a year without having to increase the frequency. So this is indeed a good thing.
Officials of the Bahamas and the United States reaffirmed their commitment to Partnership Friday with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and Rhode Island National Guard signing a new agreement to extend what has already been a 20-year partnership through the National Guard State Partnership Program. Adjutant General of the Rhode Island National Guard, Major General Andrew Chevalier, revealed that for the last 2 decades, the National Guard and the Defense Force have forged a mutually beneficial relationship.
We've stood shoulder to shoulder, sharing knowledge, experience in everything from cybersecurity, intelligence, to engineering, and logistics. We've trained together in many multinational and bilateral exercises, always learning from each other and pushing one another to be better. Our successful partnership isn't an accident. It was by design. When the founders of the State Partnership Program some 30 years ago looked for a force to build new global relations, they realized the National Guard was uniquely suited, and our partnership here is a perfect example of why.
Force Commodore Floyd Moxey believes the occasion marks a major milestone as both institutions have benefited from the partnership, while United States Ambassador to the Bahamas, His Excellency Herschel Walker, maintains the partnership has made both the U.S. and the Bahamas safe and resilient, and he looks forward to another 20 years.
The Bahamas has long been recognized as the gateway to the United States. Activities within our waters directly affect the United States, both positively and negatively, including the exploitation of our region for illicit activities. Through this partnership and others supported by the United States, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force has been better positioned to protect our borders while collaborating closely to safeguard your border.
The bottom line is that Bahamian security is American security. Our nation faces shared challenges of illegal migration, transnational crime, drug trafficking, and the need to secure our borders. By working together, we will be better equipped to confront whatever challenges comes our way.
Still to come, BTVI's staff union awaiting its next president. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. There's more after this.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Jingle all the way at Cuba Libre's biggest giveaway party of the season.
Saturday, January 17th from 7 p.m. till 2 a.m.
It's going all the way down at the Andre Rogers Stadium foyer. We're talking live DJs, live performances, food vendors, and giveaways all night long. And of course, lots of Cuba Libre.
Hold up, because these prizes just got bigger.
I'm talking a brand new car, flat screen TVs, iPhones, tablets, and cold hard cash. Cold hard cash.
This is not just a party.
It's the Cuba Libre experience. It's all brought to you by Cuba Libre Bahamas.
Jingle all the way. Saturday, January 17th at the Andre Rogers Stadium.
Cuba Libre. Jingle all the way. Don't miss it.
Well, after nearly a decade of planning and preparation, another milestone that could redefine higher education in the Bahamas is finally within reach. But what it means for students and the nation is only beginning to unfold. Amaya Moss explains.
The University of the Bahamas reaches a pivotal point in its development and pursuit of international recognition. The institution, which has been working towards accreditation for the past 9 years, has completed the first phase of the process. process. President of the University of the Bahamas, Robert Blaine, says the accreditation process reflects nearly a decade of investment in faculty, curriculum, and infrastructure, underscoring the school's commitment to providing opportunities that prepare students for both local and intercontinental career paths.
This past November, we were named as a candidate for international accreditation. This means that we are now moving into the process of being fully accredited as an institution. We have been working since 2016 to move into this process, and so we're incredibly excited to now be a full candidate for international accreditation.
President Blaine, while expressing his confidence in completing the next 2 phases, highlights the importance of the future acclaimed status, which will enhance programs, ensuring that students receive education that meets rigorous global standards.
We will be having a site visit from our accreditation partners that will happen next year. And then we have what's called a compliance certificate, which is essentially a new application that the university has to prepare. Our goal is to complete full accreditation by the end of 2027. And we're also very focused on how we are continuing to expand skills and expand opportunities and access.
Officials are confident that full accreditation will strengthen partnerships, attract new programs, and continue to shape the University of the Bahamas as a leading tertiary level learning institution in the region. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Union of Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas President Daniel Thompson hinted that the union anticipates an update on the appointment of a new Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute president in a few days. His comments on the sidelines of the Bahamas Business Outlook Thursday follows the exit of former BTVI President Linda Davis in December, whose resignation BTVI staff and the union had long called for.
The union's position is that while we support, we would like to encourage Bahamian appointment in the first instance, but we recognize that the appointment of a president at any institution is the domain of its board of directors or board of trustees. However, we anticipate that given the labor-related issues that existed previously under the former administration, that the board in its search committee will take into consideration the labor friendliness, the people's skill of the anticipated appointee.
Now, despite the calls for the former president's exit, Thompson says the union still appreciates national leaders in the country, Davis being one of them.
While they may have challenges with their various roles, we do not negate their individual national contribution. And I would say the same thing with regards to the former president at the BTVI, that we recognize the contribution to national development, and we wish her the best as she moves on to greener pastures. And we think that there is a room at the national level for her contribution and engagement.
They've dubbed themselves the Knights Protectors of the Earth, but not without putting it into practice. Elders Government Senior High School is the first to be awarded for their contribution to the environment and for the mindset shift they've inspired in youth. Daniel Dean tells us more.
From recycled plastic bottles for signage to used tires for pot plants, and the posting of signage to encourage their peers to practice more eco-friendly methods, the students here at C.R. Walker Senior High School have done the work for months for their green flag.
C.R. Walker Senior High School made history and became the first government school in New Providence and the first government senior high school in the Bahamas to be awarded the prestigious green flag and became an eco school.
The internationally recognized award given to the institution by the Bahamas Reef Environmental Educational Foundation. But student Ian Williams admitted the school's award-winning greenhouse wasn't always as noteworthy.
3 years ago, when I first came to school, the greenhouse looked nothing like this.
After an inspirational talk from a few faculty members, the students were inspired to start an environmental science club that has earned them the attention they're getting. Now they have budding tomatoes, bok choy, cabbages, and peppers, among other plants. Education Director Dominique McCartney-Russell says the ministry is taking steps to make this achievement possible in other government schools too.
It is our vision that all schools, the 161 public schools, embrace the eco-school framework, so much so that we are seeking a dedicated officer to ensure that this takes place.
Minister of Environment and Natural Resources, the Honourable Zane Lightbourne, encouraged the youngsters to consider using biochem or science degrees to get into the environment space, adding there's a worthwhile incentive.
I know many of us want to be doctors, many of us want to be lawyers, because over the years, these were spaces where it has not only held a sense of prestige, but also it paid very well. And I have news for you. We are trying to build capacity, and we are willing to pay persons who will be environmental scientists very well. Yes, as well, or even better than we do persons who are doctors.
For now, the students continue to stir the campus they worked so hard to beautify, while eating the fruits of their labor with their new prestigious award. For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, hats off to a great initiative. Amadal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports.
Track athletes in Exuma and Eleuthera are set for a major boost in 2026. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Sweet and spicy, marinated fried, tossed with chili, garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Those pepper wings.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The Sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are Sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
Bahamas, are you ready? It's time to jingle all the way at Cuba Libre's biggest giveaway party of the season.
Saturday, January 17th from 7 p.m. till 2 a.m.
It's going all the way down at the Andre Rogers Stadium foyer. We're talking live DJs, live performances, food vendors, and giveaways all night long. And of course, lots of Cuba Libre.
Hold up, because these prizes just got bigger.
I'm talking a brand new car, flat screen TVs, iPhones, tablets, and cold hard cash.
This is not just a party.
It's the Cuba Libre experience. It's all brought to you by Cuba Libre Bahamas.
Jingle all the way. Saturday, January 17th at the Andre Rogers Stadium.
Cuba Libre. Jingle all the way. Don't miss it.
Welcome to your Your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. The weekend is finally here. Topping sports, two Family Island track and field facilities set to get a major overhaul thanks in large to a partnership between the government and the Bahamas, a striping group of companies, organizers and stakeholders holding a press conference earlier this week to give more details as well as a potential deadline on when they expect renovations to be completed.
When we travel around the islands, we have young people who sing the national anthem or who do something special or who sing a solo, or young people in Auckland's Crooked Island, Eleuthera, Exuma, who run track, bare feet sometimes, as the minister mentioned, and who knows what these people could become. The right mentorship, with the right guidance, and the right investment in their future.
As we're about to move into our regionals, which is something new in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture when it comes to high school regionals throughout the Bahamas before we approach our nationals. These two tracks are very timely. As we know, as we move in early March, we'll be having the Northeastern Regional, which will be held in Eleuthera, and the Central Regional will be held in Exuma. So I'm saying to the President and CEO that I hope that these tracks are finished in time.
This contract signing for the final refurbishment of the athletic track at Preston H. Albury in Rock Sound, Eleuthera, and the Ellen Copley School in Exuma is another powerful example of what 3Ps can achieve when vision meets collaboration. These are not just tracks. We are creating world-class sporting facilities that support dreams, discipline, and determination of our young athletes across both islands.
From the track to the hardwood, the GSSA basketball season picking back up yesterday over at various locations, but our Eugene Stewart was over at the C.I. Gibson Gymnasium and gives us this update on a clash between the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves and the C.C. Sweeting Cobras.
The GSSA regular season back on the court yesterday in the senior division as the C.C. Sweeting Cobras took on the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves. For the senior girls, this one would be a no-brainer as the Cobras gave a stinging to the Timberwolves, 55-14. On the senior boys side, another battle for the defending senior boys champs as Anatole would get out to an early 26-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. The Cobras looked to break the Anatole full court press, but it would be no questions as the champs continued full steam ahead. In the end, the champs would add another runaway win to the season by a final score of 125-26. Head coach Danico Bowles on his team's performance.
Definitely want to, thank God for the victory. God be the glory. Great things He has done for this team. And so with that being said, we're just thankful nonetheless. But overall, I think we played a good game. There were some spurts that we were off defensively, and then 1 or 2 minute lull on offense. But that happens in the games. The guys just got to be more consistent. That's been my consistent prayer with these kids.
The GSSA basketball season continues all January long with playoffs beginning February 11th. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
So in hoops, this time from the collegiate ranks, Mikal McLean roaming the sidelines as an assistant over at the University of Kentucky, playing an integral role in the team's success early this year. But don't just take it from me. Listen to UK's head coach, Mark Pope.
It was a little bit personnel and kind of dialing into it was just a new approach. I want to single out Mikal McLean. This was his scout, and it was a different scout. We had a different defensive scheme than we've played all season long in multiple ways. And I've been pestering for the last 72 hours. I called him, late last night, early this morning, 4 or 5 different times, pestering him with questions, and he was like, "Coach, trust me, this is the way we need to play this game. This is how we need to do it." And so he did an unbelievable job coming up with and implementing a game plan for our guys, and we didn't execute it very well the first 5 minutes, but we stuck with it, and the guys did much better as time went on.
Finally, to the pitch. Bahamas Football Association action as UB Mingos would look to remain unblemished on the season, taking on the Baja Juniors. This one would be a back and forth affair and ultimately would end up at a tie, 1 goal apiece.
Being 1-0 down for the basis of the game, we were trailing, fighting, trying to dig back for a draw at least. Really want to win. Tough performance on us. Goal was there to take, shot, scored, equalized, trying to get back the lead.
We were forced to start with an 11 affected by a few things. Not our strongest 11, but the expectation remains the same to get the job done. But kudos to Baja, they outplayed us.
And that's all the time we have for you for sports on this Friday. I'm Amajal Knowles. Enjoy your weekend.
What you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. Yeah, bro. Special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Bahamas, are you ready? It's time to jingle all the way at Cuba Libre's biggest giveaway party of the season.
Saturday, January 17th from 7 p.m. till 2 a.m.
It's going all the way down at the Andre Rogers Stadium foyer. We're talking live DJs, live performances, food vendors, and giveaways all night long. And of course, lots of Cuba Libre.
Hold up, because these prizes just got bigger.
I'm talking a brand new car, flat screen TVs, iPhones, tablets, and cold hard cash. Cold hard cash.
This is not just a party.
It's the Cuba Libre experience. It's all brought to you by Cuba Libre Bahamas.
Jingle all the way. Saturday, January 17th at the Andre Rogers Stadium.
Cuba Libre. Jingle all the way. Don't miss it.
Time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good night, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. That cold front, which ushered in some chilly temperatures overnight, well, it's in the southeast. Bahamas. High pressure remains behind that, and that will control our weather for the next day and a half before another cold front gets into the area on Sunday afternoon, and that will reinforce these temperatures that we're currently experiencing. Now, your temperatures around the islands, Marshall, Barbacoa at 66, 64 in Green Tulip Key, Freeport, Grand Bahama at 64, the Berry Islands 70 degrees, Allenstown, Bimini 66, 73 in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera 71 degrees, 73 at Otterstown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, Los Angeles at 71, Fresh Creek, Central Angeles reporting 70 degrees, 72s in Georgetown, Exuma, Rum Key, and San Salvador, 73 degrees, taking you further south, Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island at 74, Betsy Bay, McWater 76, Ackland 76, Matthew, Nagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, both at 81 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we're looking at increasing clouds, but still pretty chilly, 59 degrees for your low temperature tonight. And then tomorrow, we're looking at a morning shower in the area. Otherwise, a thick cloud cover will be with us for the greater part of the day, with the high temperature getting up to 75 degrees. Standard weather forecast, gray skies right into Sunday. Frontal system comes through on Sunday afternoon, bringing with it some showers and possibly an isolated thunderstorms along the frontal boundary. But behind it, we'll see those temperatures dropping once again into the upper 50s, and that will be with us right into Wednesday before that warming trend begins on Thursday. Desmond.
Well, thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night and a safe weekend.
At Harold Point, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.